Hi everyone, welcome to Proctor Park. It's a wooded area in Brighton, Ontario, Canada, near Cobourg. These woods are beautiful. And as I walk deeper into the woods, you will notice that a lot of the trees don't really have any life left on them because, as you can tell, it's very shaded, so they don't receive a lot of sunlight. But it gives it a little bit of a magical feel, almost like Sleepy Hollow, that movie with Johnny Depp. You know, the bare trees, it gives it a bit of an eerie feeling, but it's magical at the same time. But it is quite gorgeous in here. Wanted to share it with everyone. I've been meaning to share this area for a while now, actually. It's so peaceful. So as I walk and talk, I want to share a very important message. This video is going to be a few different messages, a few different areas I'm going to touch on. Hi. So, be a fountain, not a drain. What does that really mean? Well, at any given moment, we are always presented with an opportunity to spread kindness, to be loving, to be kind, to be optimistic, to be positive, maybe in a conversation with someone, maybe in a circumstance where you just come upon a situation and maybe you're judging it because it doesn't look good. But we all have a choice. So in a conversation, if you see somebody's not really in a good space and they need uplifting, give them uplifting. Give them kind words. Rather than judging them or not showing any compassion. Or if you walk by a homeless person on the street and yes, they're calm and approachable, then do approach them because they're human just like you and me. They're still human. Whether, the drug addiction or whatever it is, their mental illness, whatever their circumstances that unfortunately brought them to that point is self-inflicted, sure, but they're still human. And a kind word or a few loonies, sitting with them could do wonders. You could do wonders for this person. They may be on the verge of suicide or have already attempted suicide. They're hopeless. They don't even feel like they're human beings anymore. They really don't. They don't feel like they're a part of society. And the thing is, they're so far gone, they don't even know how to come back. And in most cases, if they're addicts, yes, and they're addicted to drugs and alcohol, they're in another reality. And it's got them gripped hard. So by you sitting with them and giving a few kind words or a few loonies, or even just talking with them, human to human, you have no idea what that may do for them, the impact it would make. It could encourage them that day to go out and make a change in their life. And boom, things start to turn around for them. Or, let's say you're in a conversation somewhere and somebody's talking about something that they're excited about. They're getting ready to celebrate some big milestone in their life. Don't rain on their parade. Don't burst their bubble. Even if you have knowledge to share, maybe that's realistic, okay? That maybe could help them, be prepared for the worst. How about you just be optimistic and be happy for that person and congratulate them? And if they want knowledge and they ask for knowledge or wisdom, then tell them. But to always expect that the worst is going to happen, and brace for the worst, and you should know the worst in case the worst happens. No. You're just raining on someone's parade, whether you think you're being realistic or not. Because imagine in their shoes, they're excited, they're happy, they're optimistic, they're looking forward to this, whatever it is. And they're sharing this. Walking down the street at a stranger, smile. Even if you're having a bad day, even if you're mad, you're sad, you're angry, just smile anyways. It can help them too. You know, I hear so many people complaining, it's such a shitty world. This is such a shitty world, such a bad world. People are terrible. Sure, there's truth to that. But have you asked yourself, have you looked yourself in the mirror? Have you done your part today? Have you been kind today? Have you been positive today? Have you been optimistic today? Have you given a few bucks? Have you sat and talked with someone that you never probably ever would? Have you refrained from judging someone, even if you feel they deserved it? Have you refrained from saying negative words and chose kindness instead? Have you done good deeds? Because that's what it takes to make this shitty world a better world. All of us coming together to do kind things, say kind things, be kind to people, do good things for people. This is what it takes. It takes an army, a village of people to make this world a better place. That's just what it takes. Not just one people or 10 people. It takes the whole world coming together. And change starts with you. It starts within you. If you're giving love to yourself and you're giving love to others, boom, that's what helps to change the world. One kind word at a time, one smile at a time, $1 at a time, one positive, optimistic or thought at a time, positive, optimistic thought at a time. We all have to come together in this. And it sure is nice to be around people that are positive and optimistic and uplifting, isn't it? It's great. And some people try to outshine you when you're shining. They just can't handle that they're not in the spotlight. Sadly, they're insecure. They have anger inside of them. Send them love anyways, and don't ever dull your shine for anyone. We all have our moments to shine. We're all special in our own way. Okay? And as a healer myself, I have really had to set strong boundaries with this because I want to heal everybody. I feel I can heal everybody. I want to heal everybody. But not everybody can be healed because they have to be willing. You can't force your healing on someone. They have to be willing. And that takes acknowledging and taking a good look at themselves. And some people don't want to do that because they're in denial or their ego is so large they just can't. It's like trying to deliver a message to someone that you just can't. It's like trying to speak Japanese to someone that only knows English. You're not going to get through. And by trying to force it, it's just making it worse. For you, for them, you can't force anything on anyone. Unfortunately, some are just in denial. They don't want to see this about themselves. They can't even begin to fathom it. And, you know, change is not easy. I know, and I'm sure plenty of you here watching can relate. Change is hard. So to face these things in yourself, shortcomings, imperfections, you know, your wrongdoings, to take a look at yourself, how you're being negative, how you're being envious, how you're being unkind, how you're raining on someone's parade. It takes a lot to look at yourself, and it's not easy. And a lot of people, their ego is bigger than them. And it's literally overcoming them. But sadly, what's happening is they're pushing people away with their ego. They're pushing people away because people don't want to be around people like that. It's draining, it's exhausting, it's negative. It's not a good feeling. But they can do better. I can do better. We can all do better. Because we have a choice. You do not have to be negative. You do not need to be envious. You do not need to be raining on anybody's parade. You do not need to be judging anyone. You have a choice. You can choose to be kind. You can choose to be peaceful. You can choose to be happy. We all have this choice. We all have this ability. Right? We all do. I'm going to get a little personal here. I feel it's time. I've been nudged to get more personal, nudged to be more vulnerable, nudged to allow myself to be more seen. for a few reasons. And I'm finally ready to do that. So I'm going to share just a little bit about myself, just a little. And it starts with the more spiritual I become, the more I am cracked wide open, where I have nothing to hide and nothing to prove. And I'm so settled in who I am. I know who I am. And I know who I am not. And I know I'm a good person, and I know I have pure intentions, and I know that I've helped many, and I know that I will continue to help many, and plenty of people won't even know about it because I'm not here for awards or medals. There's only one being that really matters to see it, and that's God up above, higher power up above. And again, we don't deserve a medal for helping someone. That's just a bare minimum of being a kind, good human being. And treat others as you would want to be treated if you're in a situation where you need help, or you need a kind word to uplift you, or you need help. You got to put yourself in other people's shoes. It takes empathy. It takes compassion. Right? And again, as a healer, I've had to set boundaries with that because I can actually feel people's energy. I absorb people's energy. I have to clean and clear my energy regularly. So I've become wise to that, thankfully, for my own good and for their good too. So what I want to share that is very personal to me, extremely personal, is whenever you see someone that's an addict, you know, they're suffering and struggling with addiction, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. They're just trying to numb a pain. They're just trying to numb a pain. A wound they never healed, or many wounds they never healed, so now they're just numbing it. Possibly from childhood, possibly from adulthood, possibly both. And the personal story I want to share is, I am no stranger to addiction. Because on my mother's side and my father's side, there is addiction and mental illness on both. On both. And by the grace of God, I have escaped that gene. Both genes. Because yes, addiction can be passed through in the genes, same as mental illness. It takes a strong person to escape it. Thankfully, I think I've escaped it almost completely, thank God. And I'm a very strong woman, even through my own moments of hell and my times of own personal hell. And I mean hell, I'm not joking. Okay? Only I know what I've been through and what I felt, and God above. And we can all relate, we've been through some hell, okay? But it takes a strong person to rise above it and not fall into drugs and alcohol to numb and get you through. So, my mother has suffered and struggled with extreme addiction for a very long time, really all of her life, but majorly in the past 23, 24 years. So it's been a very lonely journey for me, a very lonely life, because truly there is no mother, there is no father, and there is no sister. Because my father and my sister both suffer with mental illness. And pretty extreme mental illness, sadly. So it's been a very lonely life for me because I've literally been alone when it's come to immediate family. Mother, father, sister. So I moved out from home at the age of only 15, living a very adult life. Okay, paying bills, all the responsibilities of an adult, but I was just a child, just 15, just a teenager. And I've been gone ever since. But I've always longed for my mother, longed to have a wonderful relationship, a healthy relationship, a positive relationship, and the support from her that I need too, that I needed as a young girl. And of course, a father, right? And a sister. So this really affected me through my life. And honestly, I had a broken heart. I had a broken heart. I did. Of course, right? So there was a gap, a hole that I was always trying to fill. in that space. Meaning I would look for love in all the wrong ways, in all the wrong people. I would probably make decisions, well, I know I would actually, that were not beneficial to me. And really looking back, I didn't truly love myself because I was so wounded and trying to find love in everybody else. And also looking back with my ex-partners, the few I did have, I was so busy trying to heal them because I'm such a healer that I wasn't healing myself. I wasn't healing myself. So I didn't truly love them either. The way that maybe they deserved to be loved, even though they were wounded and really needed healing desperately themselves. So this took a huge toll on me, of course. But I had to overcome it all. I had to overcome it all and just do my best to be a survivor and make a good life for myself and not fall through the cracks myself. And somehow support myself even at a very young age. But it wasn't until I hit my rock bottom with my broken heart and got on my knees and prayed to God and said, please deliver me from this suffering. Please deliver me from this loneliness. Please deliver me from having this strong hope, this strong dream that they'll magically get better, they'll magically get clean, they'll magically, the mental illness will somehow dissipate. And listen, anything is possible. Don't you ever let a single soul ever tell you that person that's addicted to drugs can become clean. We know the stories. We've heard them. People that's been a heroin addict for 25 years, 30 years, all of a sudden they get clean and they're clean for the rest of their lives and they never return. Anything can happen in a moment. Everybody has a rock bottom. And sometimes that's what it takes for the epiphany to happen. And for them to dig down really deep to find the strength that's in them. Because there's strength in us all. So I will never give up hope that my mother will miraculously be healed and bounce back. Never. But I've had to accept where she is and where she's been and where she was when I was a child. And hurt people, hurt others. And she was wounded. She did the best she could. And there was good moments too. She loved to sing and play guitar. She had a great voice. There's good moments too. And I try to just remember and think about those. Not all the times I've been missing her and all the tragic things I've seen with my eyes and felt with my heart and heard with my ears. Same with my sister. But my father's been out of my life since I was a little girl. And that's a whole nother story I'm not going to share there. It's just way too personal. I'm only sharing a little. But it wasn't until I did some deep, deep healing to release all that pain, all that suffering, all that loneliness, all that longing for them, carrying their weight. That's what I was doing, carrying their weight. And I had to forgive her and my father. No easy task, but it gave me peace. See, this is the point I'm getting to. It all brought me peace, finally. And all the love I was searching for in others, I was able to give to myself. And that brought me peace. In healing. Peace and healing. So I've always been a very empathetic, tender soul all my life. But in my healing, I've become even more. Just going to pause for a second. There's some people coming. And there's some people coming. Hello. So that's what's made me such a great healer and teacher, because I've been able to heal myself, which makes me have more space for others and helps me to give the medicine to others. And I've been through it all and then some. And there's plenty I could share, but I don't need to share everything. I'm just sharing because I've actually been truly spiritually guided to do so. And I'm ready to do so. Like I said, I have nothing to hide, nothing to prove. And I know this message will help someone. So that's why I'm sharing it. But I've received spiritual signs to do this. Dreams, messages, in conversations with people, books, all guiding me, telling me, share yourself more, be more vulnerable, crack yourself wide open, your message will help someone. And this is your evolution of being a teacher, being a healer. Evolution even within your own healing for yourself. To allow yourself to be so seen, to share yourself so vulnerably. So to open up and to crack yourself open and not afraid to be seen about the judgment you may receive or what anybody will think. And I don't. I truly have come to a place where people are going to think what they want to think, and they're entitled to it. And we're all humans. We all judge. I try not to, but I still do. But people are going to judge anyways, and they will always find something to criticize. So it doesn't matter. What matters is your inner voice, the voice that you're speaking to yourself, and the voice that you're using to speak to others. All that matters is the love that you carry inside yourself and for others. That's what makes you a good human. And that's how you're a faucet, not a drain. You know, you're giving positivity. You're breathing life into people. Breathing positivity into people. Love. It's all about love. We only live in two states, love or fear. And when you're living in love, you're open. You're relaxed. You're looking on the bright side of things. You're bringing love to others. And that's the best way to be. It's the best way to be. It's a beautiful walk in these. It's gorgeous. And I highly recommend, and probably I'm sure people know watching this video about the term grounding. It's really good to take your shoes off and walk in the woods barefoot. It really, really helps to ground your energy, recenter your energy, calm you. You're also soaking up all the nutrients from the earth as well into your feet. It's very, very healing within itself. So just remember, the next time you complain about this world, how shitty it is, how bad people are, or the next time you feel envy rising up in you about someone or their circumstance, or you're judging someone, stop yourself. Stop yourself. Pause is a big, big deal. If you can pause for even a few seconds just to think, then it can prevent you from saying negative words, raining on someone's parade, bursting someone's bubble, being envious, saying negative words, being a negative Nelly, being judgmental. That's how we're going to make this world a better place. You know, you can't go around complaining if you're not doing your part. We all got to do our part. That's how this world becomes a better place. And if a lot of us started doing this more, it would become a better place. And a lot of us would start to feel more peace and love and happiness, and we'd be sharing it and spreading it and receiving it. And getting back to my family, I still go see my mother sometimes. I still call her sometimes because I choose to love her still. And I've forgiven her, like I said, and even my sister as well. And underneath it all, the spirit still remains. I can still see the spirit. And for the times that I can hear her laugh and get her to smile. And she gave me life. She gave me life. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for her. So, no, I cannot have the relationship I would love to have. Of course not. But I can be kind and I can be loving. And while she's still here, make the best of it. Sometimes. And honestly, it does take strength. It takes strength. I can't go see her on a day that I'm not feeling strong, or maybe something happened to me in the day, because I need to be in a very good place to go see her, because she's not in a good place. And what my eyes see and what my ears hear, it's very disheartening. And it doesn't rip at my soul and my heart like it used to. I'm stronger now, and it's been just so long of seeing this and hearing this. So, yes, I have to be strong to go see her or call her or So it's not a lot, unfortunately, and the same with my sister. I've just been totally cracked wide open with spirituality, and it feels good because it's given me so much peace. And I know without a doubt this message will help someone and hopefully help people think the next time they're in a situation, no, I'm going to be kind. I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm going to help someone if I can help them. But remember one thing. Do not do this from an empty cup. Do not drain yourself to help anyone. Do not force your healing on anyone. Okay, you're not helping anyone by depleting yourself. Okay, you do it when you can and how you can. And we don't need to post it all over social media for rewards and credits. You know, if you're doing it to truly inspire others from a good, pure place, go for it. But I do see people doing it for credits and likes, and it's just, we don't need to do that. Really, do we? I think I had other things to share, but I don't remember them right now. I think this is enough. This is extremely personal. And if this was about 5 years ago and I was talking about this, I would be in tears. And I don't mean just eyes filling up, I mean tears. Anytime I would speak of my mother or my sister, it would always be very emotional for me. And I don't share this with people because, one, I don't want to beat the drum of what was. My past, it's gone. And it just brings up, a lot of negativity, and I don't want to speak about negative. But sometimes you need to share your story. Sometimes you do, to help others. Because in the past I would share it to vent because I was hurting. Now I share it to help others. And for people to relate with me, to resonate with my message, to truly help others. Because many of us has been through a lot in our lives. Many of us has had a very traumatic childhood, including myself. And I am proud of myself for what I've overcome and the woman I am today. The woman I am today, from all that I've endured, yes, I am proud of myself. I am proud of myself, and so I should be. And so I should be. And that I've finally stepped into my mission, my purpose, to be a healer, to be a teacher, to help others. It's a big mission, but I'm doing it. One day at a time. And it's evolving me all along the way as well. And all the peace that I have cultivated within, I want to give this to others. I don't want to see people suffering anymore. I don't want people suffering because it's a choice. It's not necessary. You don't have to suffer. You really don't. There's ways around it. You can get healing. You can get healing, which brings you peace, can help you. Remember, be a fountain, not a drain. We need more fountains, not drains. And if you stuck here through the end of the video, because it's a half hour long, good for you. Good for you. And I hope every single word fills you up and helps you and heals you and inspires you and motivates you to be a wonderful person. Be a good person. This world really needs it. This world really needs it. It needs it big time. And we're all a part of it. We all have to do our part. And for those that are watching that don't see these things in themselves or are in denial, maybe it'll take an epiphany for you. Maybe it'll take a breakthrough moment. Maybe it'll take pushing enough people away. Maybe it'll take whatever it takes for you to have your eye-opening moment. Because people that are being negative and envious, Debbie Downers and raining on people's parade and pushing people away and angry, they're suffering and they don't even know it. And they don't want healing for it because they're in denial. So in some cases, they're almost the worst. And my heart really goes out to them. Truly, it really does. Yeah, it's like someone so thirsty but dying for water but won't drink it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening through this whole long video. And I know without a doubt, and I trust this will help someone. Be the light in the darkness. Be the light in the darkness. Be good to people. Be good to people. Do your best. Be kind. Help anyone you can, how you can. Help those who want to be helped as well. Wishing everyone the best here. Have a good Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.